Okay, Miss Anita, you can start.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Hello, good evening. My name Anita Ceria, and tonight we are going to discuss about one of fascinating topics, the disruptive technologies and digital transformation for society 5.0. And this time we will learn together about the technology, its advantages, disadvantages, and its application in society 5.0. Okay, can move to next slide. For the first two questions, what do you think about technology and how does it take a part in our life? Someone can raise your hand. Okay, Lily.
Thank you. For me, technology is like sophisticated of technology is really beneficial for our lives. For instance, when I want to learn English, I just use the sophisticated of technology, use the internet. It's really necessary for me.
Okay, that's a great opinion. It's true. With technology, we can learn new topic, we can learn new language, we can learn new knowledge, and we can learn about worldwide.
Hello, hello, Miss Anita.
Miss Dista,
Next,
Yes.
I think your internet is really trouble.
Yeah, your connection is okay. Check, check.
my connection is bad right now. Okay, it's a great opinion from Lily, and we next to Christophorus.
Okay, so my opinion about technology is like something that make our life is more simple, and I think it is take a part in our life because just look around us, use technology now, and in this era, if we don't use any technology, we will difficult to life. Like we have a computer to zoom at this meeting, and we have a smartphone to call or message to other people. I think that. Thank you.
Yes, great opinion and another right opinion. Now we seem like we depend on the technology when we need to go to somewhere, when we need to buy something. Uh we always how to say it. We always uh we always use the technology like GoFood, Gojek application or other. Okay, the next one there is Ahmad Albar.
Okay, thank you. But about technology, for me, it's the greatest invention that found by human. I mean, in every day, in our daily activity, we always using technology, and just in the end of our finger, we can find another. I mean, we can find all of in this world. I mean, and also because of the technology, it can increase our dopamine. I mean, when we have a problem, if we feel sad, we just score on TikTok, and then we feel happy because of that. And it is one of the impact of technology. That's why it's really take a big part in my life. I mean, I can't enjoy my life without technology, especially my smartphone.
I think is very relate to me. Sometime I need to take a take rest from my school and from my everyday. Like I want to watching a film, I want to watch some reels, TikTok and other. Okay, the next one. Oh, no one. Okay, we can next to the next question. Okay, the next is what do you know about the revolution of society 5.0? Someone can give can give your opinion.
Right, maybe Miss Andita can give a short explanation regarding to this topic.
Okay, we can move to the next slide maybe. Yeah, there is a explanation, short explanation about technology and society 5.0. The technology, the definition I took from the internet, technology is the application of scientific knowledge to the practical aims of human life, or as it is sometimes phrased, to the change and manipulation of the human environment. That is definition that I got from internet, but in my opinion, technology is a system that realizes in tangible form such as application, gadget, and other things that have a function of facilitating human mobility. That makes our life easy, and it plays a very important role in our life, everyday life. When we study, when we need entertainment, and when we want to know something, when we want to know some news, knowledge, travel, and others. And the second one, Society 5.0. The one definition of Society 5.0 is a human-centered society that balances economic and investment with the resolution of social problems by a system that highly integrates cyberspace and physical space. In the current society, or Society 4.0, the rate of information was very fast, but unfortunately, it could not be realized quickly. Maybe you can give opinion from the short explanation that I give. Okay, Ahmad Albar.
Okay, thank you. About the Revolution Society 5.0, right?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. For me, the Revolution Society for 5.0 is about when in our life we can use artificial intelligence in our daily activity. I mean, our daily activity based on artificial intelligence. I think just it. I mean, it's a makes perfect. I mean, from the previous revolution. I mean, the 4.0, and then we can face right now revolutions 5.0. So it's about artificial intelligence.
Yes, you're right. That's great opinion that artificial intelligence take a big part in Society 5.0. Okay, the next, maybe I can hear the opinion from Sohi Husni.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, Mister.
Okay. According to me, Revolution Society 5.0 means when people can use technology in more practical ways. So it is actually the continuous from the revolution 4.0. So in this condition, Revolution Society 5.0, people are hoped to use the technology in the more practical things, like they can use technology for checking their health condition, or even they can use some technology like we already know about Google, which is installed inside the home. When we are we when we need something, when we need only to say hello Google, okay Google, like okay Google, turn on what, turn off what. Okay, so in this condition, society can be more practical to the technology. Okay, enough.
It's a great opinion in the current society or society 4.0. The using of artificial intelligence and the application of technology is just a concept. But in society 5.0, we try to realize in our life, in our daily life, not just a concept. Okay, the next one I want to hear from Christophorus.
Okay, so I what I know about revolution society 5.0 is like uh, a major change. I think like if we are hungry, we can use like application in the App Store or Google Play Store called as Gojek. You can use the Gojek like I want that food, and then we just order it and it's come to us. Like we don't have to go to the place that sell their things. We just need to open an application and then order it. Uh, but revolution society is make people more individualistic. Like at the past, people will like play outside, like playing football or maybe playing something. But with this revolution society 5.0, people would have to like in their home, they play their own game or they do something like individualism. I think that for me.
Okay, Christopher said if the technology has a negative impact that more individualist, make make us more individualist, and we rarely to go outside and play with friend or hang out or other. Okay, we can move to the next slide. Okay, I want to continue. Okay, wait. Okay. I want to explain about the society revolution. The following chart is the revolution of society, which is in the society 1.0 or the hunting and gathering period. There is people applied a barter system to fulfill their lives. And the next one is society 2.0, where agricultural system began to develop, which is allowed groups to settle in the fertile area and carry on their lives. The third society is industrial, or maybe you better known as the Industrial Revolution. At this time, the machine began to play an important role in life. They they start to they start to how to say it, they start to the large factories was established and human work began to be replaced by machine, and there is large scale production, and as the result the price of things and goods which were expensive before it slowly became cheap, and at this time the human is being more consumptive because of the massive production, and there is a massive exploitation of natural resources begin to emerge. And the next one is the society 4.0 or the development of information and SDGs. SDGs is sustainable development goals. At this time people begin to realize the importance of preserving nature and the increasing information and communication media, the technology and internet is also increasingly being used, and there is we are now in society for 5.0. Okay, can move to the next slide. Okay, the next one, how society 5.0 works. The first, there is a problem in physical space or in our environment, in our home, in our life, in our school, in our society. There is then humans try to find alternative to solve the problem with IoT like Google, OK Google, Cortana, and other. There is then it's analyzed by artificial intelligence and processed into big data. This big data then becomes okay. This big data then becomes the key for the AI to solve problems that exist in physical space. Then AI will give the solution that about the problem from the program that has been processed before. Maybe there is a question about it.
Yeah, the question is about how Society 5.0 works.
Mister, your voice is very slow.
Yeah, the question is about how Society 5.0 works.
I cannot hear you, Mister. Yes, the question is how Society 5.0 works, but okay. I'll
Okay, no, I mean, you can answer the question from Mr. Who first, and after that, I wanna give a question also. I mean, like something that we can discuss it together.
okay. Like uh like I have explained before. First, we have a problem in physical space. Then we try to find the solution of the problem from Google, from internet. There is called Internet of Things. Then Internet of Things send like a code, like a keyword to artificial intelligence, and then artificial intelligence will process it, will analyze something about the solution of problem from the data that we have we have input to the artificial intelligence before. There is called big data, the artificial intelligence that will analyze and pick the one most suitable to our problem and then give to us the solution of the problem. It's a simple way to explain how Society 5.0 works, but the reality it's more complicated than it. Isn't clear, Mister?
Okay, is my voice clear? Am I audible? Hello, hello.
Yes, Mister.
Right. Yeah, I would like to give opinion about this because there is Internet of Things. Yeah, essentially in the 1.0 was found mechanic, the 2.0 was found electric, and 3.0 was found computer, and 4.0, no, 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 3.0 was found computer, or 4.0 was found cyber physical, yeah, cyber physical or technology, and maybe 5.0 will found that I can say maybe robotic and so on. But what is the function of 5.0? How to survive or how to adjust our life in 5.0. It means if robotic comes to this world, what is the function of robotic? It helps humanity, and also should we be afraid of coming the robot itself? Why we have to be afraid of it? Yeah, because they will change, they will disrupt in every sectors. Wherever, in this case, for instance, we can live, we can meet each other by how to say, by real life, but we can meet here like this by virtual. It means there is the value that we can take, that we meet when someone meets in the real life will be precious, will be valuable. Why? It's better of meeting by virtual than meeting by real life. When we do not respect each other, for instance, we are as a young generation, we hang out in the coffee shop, in the public place, but we don't talk to each other. We are busy with our smartphone. We are controlling smartphone. It means we are smart user, not we are controlled by smartphone. Smart user controls smartphone, but smartphone cannot control smart user. When we try to adapt in this case, technology is high tech, is high technology, but we are as humanity, we have high touch, we have feeling. So humanity change, cannot be changed by, cannot be disrupted by a robotic, because human being has feeling. For instance, how to love one robotic and to another robotic. It means robotic cannot love each other. It's only humanity. There is gender, man and boy, female and male. That is from my perspective about how to adjust in 5.0. Thank you, Miss Andita. Hello, hello, Miss Andita.
Okay, I agree with Mr. Ku. We must keep pace with technological development, and the AI and robot will not take over the role of human. We must keep pace with technology development by improving our abilities, skill, and critical thinking, so that we can survive in society 5.0. And for the note, we now live not in a time of invention but innovation. On this side, on this side, the innovation is something that AI and robots cannot do because they only analyze existing data, not give a new idea or other. Okay, Tommy Wisudawan, you can say your opinion.
Mr. Al first, I think.
Okay. Christophorus.
It's still about physical space. Sorry, before I go to the toilet before. The question is still a physical space, or it's
Can you specificate about this physical space? But
oh, okay. I think about AI, it can take over our skills. Maybe if we watch a movie named Wall-E, did you know Wall-E?
okay, AI can learn from the previous data and previous memory that they analyze it to do something. But in other side, human can do anything that uh, they never faced before. So in this side, I think AI cannot replace human. And the movie is just a movie until now. I don't know in the future, but I think human is still more perfect than robot because the human that create a robot.
Okay, it's a good opinion, but can I ask why Bill Gates is so scared about AI? Bill Gates is ever say that making AI is just like calling evil into this life because AI can destroy our life because like they have no problem like uh, little mistake because they were a robot. Then they have a memory that they can analyze their mistake into a true like that.
Okay, I have read about it before. Maybe why Bill Gates is scared of AI? It's because AI can read their mistakes individually, but humans sometimes didn't realize their mistakes. Like human, how to say it? Maybe human need to introspection this mistake and then make a great deals with that. I don't know. What about the other? Are you have any opinion about it?
Oh, okay. I think that's I,
Okay, I want to hear from Puji Wahyu Setiawati. Oh, maybe Mr. Tommy Wisudawan.
Okay, thank you for your chance, Miss Andita. I think this is an interesting topic for me, right? Our society 5.0 work, as I know, currently it's just 4.0, yeah, but you share about 5.0, yeah. Maybe I'm too old school, I think, yeah. Okay, I try to search in Google, right? Because you say before this is this idea is maybe we can learn from Google technology, right? Your data, your problem can be learned from the what the keyword, yeah, what the word or what the problem want to search by people in Google. Then Google have the big data and good machine learning to read and to assume, to calculate, to determine what you will be, what you want to search in there. For example, if you have to know about some description, first you type first word that you want to know, then he can be suggest, yeah. Google can be suggest, depend on what your habit, yeah. Perhaps if you often to search related with education, so Google can be advised in the first time you open their page, must be shown about the education. So I think that's fascinating technology, right? About the 5.0 work, because uh, our brain cannot remind everything, right? We cannot understand, we cannot remember what happened with us in maybe in when we was young, yeah. So all history about you or history about us can be saved in the big data. So then in the future the big data can be get it and can be calculated, can be analyzed to give you suggestion. And then in my opinion, I think 5.0 is the most important thing about the 5.0 is give you fast suggestion and give you the what we call give you the correct, yeah, give you the correct one, the best suggestion for you. I think everything is not it will not be changed about the human, yeah. Maybe Mr. Ku already state about that, yeah. Human cannot be replaced with the technology. Human is the decision maker, yeah. Technology is a tools to help us, to help a human to make a decision, to make a good decision, rather than decision, rather than the much problem, yeah, the many problem that we will be get. Yeah, technology can be advice for us, can be give the recommendation, can be give the solution about the history, about our historical or the people historical or the other country. So technology can be help us to give the best recommendation for our problem. I think Internet of Things is the sensor, yeah, if the tools to catch up the indicator that happened then after the sensor read some maybe anomaly condition, they can give the sensing, they can give the information to machine learning or artificial intelligence, and then in the machine learning can be calculated, can be determined, can be analyzed to give us the solution. So I think human cannot be replaced by the technology, but but people can be have the best solution come from artificial intelligence solution. That's my point of view, Miss Andita. Thank you.
Thank you, Mister. It's a great opinion and explanation that human is decision maker, human is policy maker for the robots, AI, and other. And I want to hear opinion from Miss Puji Wahyu Setiawati.
Okay, check sound, sister. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, hi. Good evening. Sister Andita, yeah?
Yes.
How to call it. I just want to share my opinion, and it's not only opinion, but I already read one articles, and the articles talking about the how to say this one? Is it a robotic by Amazon company? Have you read about that?
I think I have not.
In the Amazon company, the owner of the Amazon company changed all of the like you
Hello, Miss Pucci, your voice is not clear.
think
Yeah.
them. Is it really happened in this year? And if you want to researching about that, I think you out. If I'm not my mistake, it's for convenience store and two for how to say this one? Is it grocery store? And no one worker there. It's all everything's there. It's only robotic. So they will say it make many people will jobless. So I think it will be happen. It will be happen. So robotic will change us as a human and many part. Anindya.
Okay,
It's
I
not
got the
only
point.
movie.
Okay, I got the point. Maybe people will be many jobless people in the world if AI and technologies take over the role in this world. But I think it's how to say it? It's like a task to human to be more creative and to be more critic to face the technology. Okay, I want to hear opinion from Al. Eh,
Okay, thank you. So, for the first, from Mr. Ko, the first, Mr. said that humanity can't be changed by technology. Am I right? Yeah. So, I
Hello, hello, Mr. Al. Are you there?
Mister, I cannot hear your voice.
Okay, sorry, I lost my connection. Can I continue it?
Okay, sir. Continue.
Okay, okay. I totally agree with Mr. Ko's statement, but I mean, like with this technology, it will disturb our humanity. I mean, because in society 5.0, there are three main points. The first is artificial intelligence, the second is IoT, and the third is robotic. Yeah, from robotic itself, it can't change our humanity, but it can disturb us. I mean, like in Indonesia itself, we always heard that some people say with technology, I mean, with some smartphone, the person who besides you is like there is no person besides you just because of smartphone. Then the person that stay far away from you, it's like they are closer to you. But because of this technology, I mean, you didn't pay attention more to your circumstance, so it will disturb your humanity. And it is possible in the future if this artificial intelligence or robot will change humanity. For me, it's possible because of yeah. Right now, we are the policy maker. We are the person that make them, but it is possible in the future they can make another robot by themselves. I mean, themselves. I mean, because I watch on the movie. I don't know what the title of the movie, but it's a little bit make me scary because of that. I think it's enough.
okay, thank you for the opinion, and maybe the technology can make our habits worse, especially our circumstance and our sociability. But have you ever heard about the law of robotics? There is three laws. That the one is, if I'm not wrong, is inaction is did not allow human to come to harm, and the second is robots shall to obey any instruction given by human, and the third is robots shall avoid action that or situation that cause to harm human and itself and the environment around. Maybe it I can say it, and I want to hear opinion from Mr. Berlin.
Well. Thank you for this time. Anyway, could you hear me? Well, hello.
Yes, sir.
Is my voice quite?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you. Um, I believe that in the society of 5.0, we will face that there is no any border between the robot and the humankind. I mean that robot can take the policymaker, they can be one of the member in the parliament of a nation, or perhaps they can have they are able for having a nationality for a nation such as Sophia, that we know that she or it has a nationality in this recent time. And I believe that in the society of 5.0, we will face that there is no any racistic about the differences between the robot and the humans. I mean, we will see that robot and human are two existences that are equal, and there is no any what seems like discrimination between us and them, because they have the conscious, they know about what are they doing. Even we give the order, how if we give the order that you can live freely and you have the freedom for doing any conduct as long as you do something good as the ethical clearance that we believe that that is ethics. So that is something that we see in this recent time, particularly in the 5.0 society that we face in this recent time. Thank you. Yes, yeah, it's enough. Thank you.
Okay, my internet is bad now. Okay, and in the list, I can say that maybe in the future, human will coexist with the robots, and the way to overcome it is how human deal with technology and AI, and are human complacent with existing comforts or trying to continue the grow and keep pace with the times. Okay, can you move to next slide, Mister?
Okay, before we go to the next slide, I would like to respond, Mr. Alas.
Mister,
For
your
the
voice is very slow.
hello, hello. Am I audible? Check, check. Am I audible? Hi.
Yes, yes.
All right. Yeah, I would like to respond, Mr. Al. Mr. Al's statement, or I don't know who speak up. I mean, previous speakers say that should we be afraid of facing or adjusting 5.0? Yes, there are two options for me that will be my anxiety when we don't have any capability, or when we don't have any quality of life, means we will be afraid of it. It means we have to be responsible of its sectors. For instance, you tend to, or you like learning economic, try to be master of it, and you like learning about the politics, try to learn about it, and try to be responsible of it by having good accountability or integrity of it. Means we try to prepare, we try to um, how to say, we try to learn it before the robotic comes. Even the robotic comes, they try to change our position. Yeah, maybe this is my anxiety. If you agree or disagree, it's up to you. It's only my perspective, because robotic is helping several people, not changing their position. Yes, they will change society or humanity, but is robotic able to love someone? Does robotic have love? Of course, no. We are not afraid of it because human has feeling and has love. Thank you.
Okay, we already discussed so far from the topics before, and there we going to that slide. I think maybe we already talks about the impact of society 5.0, and can skip that question and how to optimize the application of society 5.0. Okay, Mr. Sosi Husni.
Okay, thank you. So is that for Indonesia or generally or general, please?
maybe you can explain from the general to Indonesia. It's like
Okay, very nice.
Indonesia is more ketinggalan. What is ketinggalan in English?
Conservative? I don't know.
Yes,
Okay,
I think
so
I underrated Indonesia.
okay, a lot of advantages, of course, we'll get from Society 5.0. Of course, previous definition has explained about what is the benefits, what is the benefits that will be gotten after implementing Society 5.0. In a way, people work, for example, it will be easier for people to work, especially for industry, for all industrial system. Like they can work, they can be helped by robot. Okay, let's say in gudang garam. Okay, in gudang garam maybe traditionally, manually, several years ago, they ngelinting. What is ngelinting in English? They ngelinting cigarette manually by a human. But because the existence of robot, for example, they can automatically ngelinting the cigarette, and also many products that can be developed after uh, society after from society 4.0, after the industrial developed it until now in society 5.0. That is in one sectors. In another sectors, of course, we see in education a lot of platforms that can support an education, for example, to learn English or even to learn many lessons. There is an automatic correction for English, like grammarly, right? Grammarly application, which can correct the error grammar in some text. Okay, that's also the one of advantages that we can get from uh, gelinting roll up. Okay, that can be gotten by Society 5.0. And of course, if we talk about Indonesia, a lot of things that we should prepare, because Indonesia is a huge country. A lot of regions still very conservative. We have to balance it. A lot of border areas still didn't reach a good facility like for the technology. A lot of regions still not reaching the connection, and also a lot of schools still underrated, and a lot of people still cannot be suitable to the development of technology. So a lot of things should be homework for the people, for the government, or even for some oknum who want to develop society 5.0 in Indonesia. But of course, if this society 5.0 can be implemented, it could be very beneficial for the country. And to optimize the society 5.0, of course, like what I said last time, so we have to balance the condition of society. We couldn't directly implement the society 5.0 without thinking about how human can be suited to the condition. So we make robot, but we don't make a solution. Why? But we don't make a solution for the society. We make a Gojek, for example, make a new application like Gojek, but ojek ojek pengkolan, for example, they lost their job, they lost their customer, and there should be a solution. It's not about they wouldn't use they do not want to use the application, but sometimes they are limited by the knowledge of using the technology. So a lot of things should be balanced to implement society 5.0. Thank you.
Okay, I got a point. I also think the infrastructure development in Indonesia is still not evenly distributed, and from the Mr. Sojumi opinion, we must to increase public participation in society 5.0 and not only providing the convenience. Okay, maybe I want to hear the opinion from Mr. Al.
Okay. Before me, there are Tommy, Wiswadawan, and Berlin. Perhaps they can go first.
Okay, Mr. Berlin can go first.
Hi, Wakari. Sorry. Thank you, for this precious time. Thank you for the Miss Moderator, and thank you for Mr. R. And Well, because maybe something that is more specific is quite preferable, so I will choose something that is those are quite specific in, and it's kind of a part of my life because I'm one of those creators. So I have developed two kinds of robots in the whole of my life, even though that I am not the main what creator, and I just participate in the development of that robot. But I'm quite proud to create those kind of robot since I see that they work quite well and could help the humans what humans activities, even it's quite specific in the research development. Um, Firstly, I ever developed the robot namely Planary. It's kind of application that can detect the disease of a plant directly in the real time without any kind of distraction or maybe the the huge of the memory. So it's the first of the development of the robot in the whole of my life. Secondly, I call it as the AMIDA or automatic manometer data logger. It's kind of a robot that can sensor the rate of the carbohydrate, not carbohydrate, carbon dioxide rate in the fermentation of the ethanol. And by this robot, I can make the worker who do the research about the ethanol more efficient than before. Seems like 2 times or 3 times more efficient rather than the previous methodologies. So since I believe that the development of the robot in Indonesia is quite promising since I'm not the student that give a huge or maybe a lot effort to the robotic area. Seems like the what informatic engineering studies or maybe the industrial studies. I'm a microbiology student. Since I am not the student that give a huge concern about it, but I learn about it too, and I believe that every student in Indonesia know about it since we discuss it now in the OTA community. It's kind of the way to optimize the application of the society 5.0. We discuss it today, and this is the way, one of the way to give the optimization of the society 5.0 among the people. Thank you.
It's a specific explanation from Mr. Berlin, and I have took a part in a short training from ITS robotic team. It like 2 years ago when I was in junior high school, and I think I need to learn more from Mr. Berlin. Okay, thank you for the opinion. And then we move to Mr. Al.
Okay, that's really good for this evening because we have Mr. Berlin here, if I'm not mistaken. If I can guess that he is a master in robotic. Okay, so about the advantages, perhaps I don't need to explain it anymore because all of us already know about the advantages from so development of society 5.0. But perhaps I wanna talk about how to optimize it. Optimize it. Okay, we have to know that industry 4.0 is aimed at supporting, not superseding humans. So we have to know about that first, as Mr. Hu said before. Okay, so and the second is this industry is unavoidable, and because of that, we as the user of this industry, we have to finding the optimal we have to find the optimal balance and of efficiency and productivity of this case, so that we have to like the previous speaker said before, we have to make it balance, or we have to filter it, which one is better for us and which one is not good for us. But for me, perhaps in this industry 5.0 is all of that is good for us. it's depend on us how can we manage it. But for me, for the first industry till the last industry, a revolution, I mean, we are not ready to face it yet. Why I say that? Why I say that? Because we are just the user without any contribution in it, in its development. I mean, because uh, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, like all of us. I mean, especially in Indonesian youth. I mean, they spend most of their time just to use it without think how to develop it. So this is a, yeah, for me it's not a threat, it is an opportunity for us to create a more effect. I mean, we can give an impact to the future and like that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the great opinion. And Mr. Al thinks, and I also think like that Indonesia needs to increase the role of Indonesian youth in technological development. It's been like so many science project competition in this pandemic era, and before that we can participating in it, and we also can do a mini research maybe in about technology and other. And I also I also agree with the statement that Indonesia didn't ready yet to face society 5.0, because when the other country is ready to applicate the society 5.0, Indonesia is still ongoing in application of the society of 4.0. Okay, I want to hear the next opinion from Mr. Tommy.
Thank you, Miss Andita. Okay, I think this is the fascinating topic, right? As Mr. Who mentioned it in chat. Yeah, this is a interesting topic, yeah, for me. I think, but I disagree with the if you say Indonesia is not ready yet, because I think if Indonesia is going on to way to reach the 5.0, yeah, as you mentioned before in your slide, is uh, 5.0 revolution society 5.0 is a centered humanity. This is a human-centered society that balance economic advance with the resolution of social problem. As we know, Indonesia have a lot of social problem, right? So I think Indonesia have the uh, basic basic problem to analyze, to make a good technology in the future, to make a good artificial intelligence. I think, as I know, your machine learning cannot operate if the data is not eligible, right? If you have not, maybe if you just have a little data to analyze, so your machine learning cannot be applied in there. Maybe if you have just a little problem, have yeah, just a simple thing to resolve, I think you not necessary to using machine learning. But if your problem is more complex, more complicated, or it can be sophisticated, yeah, I think in the future we need to machine learning to analyze, because that's our limitless as a human to remember everything, yeah, to calculate in the huge number. I think that's the limitation of human, it's limitation of our brain. So that's why we need a tools. And I think Internet of Things, Society 5.0 is what we call is a methodology that's centered, always centered at human, yeah, not just at the sensor, or not just depend on robotic, depend on advanced mathematics. I don't think so, because if you see the definition of a society 5.0 is human-centered base. So that's why if Indonesia have a lot of problem, have a lot of social problem. I think it's good. Yeah, that's the good starting point to us to uh, start our technology. Then, of course, we must prepare our infrastructure, right? Yeah. Infrastructure is very important to analyze, to make a to dump our big data, to create our big data, to save our historical in the one place, or if not one place, is maybe you can save that data in cloud, yeah, in cloud or in the big hard drive, or whatever, to analyze in the future, to make what we call to analyze the an anomaly, to analyze the indicator. So I think the most important to be Indonesia government is infrastructure. However, infrastructure is not cheap, right? They must have a big investment in there to prepare the infrastructure, IT infrastructure, especially to support the society 5.0. But now we can collaborate with Amazon, with Google, or with Facebook, everything, yeah, in the big technology company in the world to make the infrastructure. So I think the first one, the most important thing to prepare our revolution 5.0, society 5.0, is infrastructure. Yeah, infrastructure is the most important to us, to our nation, become a 5.0 5.0 country. That's my point of view. Miss Andita, thank you.
Okay, thank you for the great opinion. The infrastructure is the most important things to develop before we start to society 5.0, and maybe we need to enhance our privacy policy. There is many privacy policy that not safe in Indonesia, maybe. Okay, we can move to the next slide. Yes, like we already discussed before, there are many products produced by in development of Society 5.0 with the aim to simplifying human life, including robots and AI. We can move to the next slide, Mister. And what is AI? The definition of AI. AI is the simulation of human intelligence processed by machine, especially computer systems. And AI focus on three cognitive skills. First, learning. The second is reasoning and self-correction from data that has been inputted by the programmer, and AI is able to carry out the self-learning that resemble human capabilities, but AI cannot give an innovation like human can do. Okay, we can move to the next slide. Yes, we already discussed about that. Maybe we can skip to the fourth to the fourth question. Isn't possible if one day robots and AI will replace humans? Maybe Mr. Ku have answered it in the beginning, but we can discuss it more deeper. Any opinion?
You can try to appoint. You can try to appoint who hasn't spoken up.
I want to hear opinion from Miss or Mr. Ain. there anyone here?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. I'm just joined. But this topic is really get attention for me. So maybe I just want to speak about AI and robotic in. Oh yeah, I'm Ain and I'm from Palangkaraya and my best in information technology subject. So I think robot maybe can change or replace humans in profession, but some profession that are just doing in uh, some case, some case, but not all case. Maybe like like people doing something that I forget about the word. Mm, okay. So the conclusion is I just want to say that robot and AI maybe can replace humans, but in development we need human into it. So AI and robot can replace humans, but human have to in into or doing make a like involved in the development because what uh, robot and AI developed by human, but human has heart to know emotion and also know human each other, but robot can replace the emotion and heart. Yeah, I think like that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We can move to Mr. Sosi Husni.
Okay, thank you. So actually, I'm still puzzled about the phrase replacing humans. Okay, what kind of replacing do people think? Okay, in my opinion, like Mr. I don't know, forget, like the previous speakers talk about, robot will not change the human, especially in the humanity. So I agree, really agree with the statement. But absolutely in other ways, like robot can help to work, can help in a way of people work. Yeah, it is possible that robot can change the humans. But could you please imagine if maybe replacing humans mean like everything is done by a robot? Okay, there are a lot of things will be distracted, like a culture, religion, and also a habit, and many things will change or even will be obeyed by people because everything is done by robot. Maybe the social life will be reduced, and also like people only rely on the robot in doing very various activities without thinking about how social life can work, how culture can work beside us. And it is it is a possible, but in what ways? In a way people work, it is possible for robot to change, but for the uh, humanity and character, values, it is impossible for me. Thank you.
Okay, I got a point. If all things were replaced by robots, it will change and eliminate the culture we already have, and human life will be not be longer alive, just like a flat life in simple maybe. Okay, we move to Mr. Christophorus.
Okay, I think I think it's like possible if one day a robot and all will replace human because the evolution of human and robots is more the robot evolution is more fast than human evolution, and then robot didn't have any like expression and like like to decide something, so they will work more efficiently. As we can see now, there is a police robot in Japan, and also there is like I I call it pastor in like European country that call people to that call people to wedding. So it will possible. Okay, good for me. Sorry for bad grammar.
Okay, we have to opposing opinion, but I can say that robot can replace us, but it's not in whole of our life. Robot is still needs human to renew the program, to make a reparation and other. Okay, we can move to Miss Lily.
Okay. As well as I know, I think uh, robot cannot replace uh, our lives. For I, as well as I know, I mean, with the in this revolution sustainable of technology 5.0, robots can help human, like a minimal generation of waste and its management become essential, cost-cutting processing, also making the organization more effective than before. That's it. But robot cannot replace the human because robot doesn't have feelings and love like a human being. Thank you.
Thank you for the opinion. We can move to Mr. Berlin or Mr. Al.
Yes.
Who want
Well,
to say it first?
uh,
Okay, Mr.
you
Berlin.
just please. Yeah. Thank you for this precious time. Well, the definition of a robot is quite uh, what various maybe, but I want to make it simple. It's simple as it's more than the artificial intelligence. I mean, when the intelligence of the artificial is only in the module or maybe in the brain of the whole of the part or the functionality of the robot, seems like the sensor or maybe the brain or maybe the module or maybe the part seems like the memory card. Those all of them are the robot. So robot is something what near in our life, seems like something that we use to communicate now. Smartphone is a kind of robot. I believe that, because they have the sensor, they have the processor, and they give us the feedback. So those are the activity of the robot, and those are the robot itself. And well, in this recent time, we have a huge impact by them. Even the terminology of the biology itself, or maybe the terminology of life, is quite changed by the robot itself, the existence of the robot. Why? Because when we said that what is life, life is the something that have the characteristic of the life that is quoted by the Campbell book, one of the biology book that always cited by many students. Those maybe many or maybe almost whole of the activities of the life could be covered by the robot, and it's gonna be one of the what revolution perspective about what is the definition of life, and it's one of the effect of the robot, the existence of the robot in what in the part of our life. I suppose that the positive impact of them uh, was given by me in the previous what discussion by the previous question, but the problem of them are they cannot what seems like live freely such as organism. Seems like when they want to replace some of their part, they cannot do that directly. They need the existence of the other existence. So it's the one of the vulnerability from the robot itself, and it's gonna be one of the negative impact from them because they need many kind of resource. They are their existence is not quite sufficient enough for make them as equal as the organism, such as a human or the living being by the definition of the previous definition. So it's gonna be like what a negative impact from them, since they need a huge amount of resources to build them up, and they are quite expensive. And will they replace us in terms of the job? Yes, they have replaced us, or maybe many lifestyle. Seems like a long time ago when I was child, when I want to know what time is it in the bathroom, I just I cannot do that because there is no any watch or maybe the clock in the bathroom, in the toilet, I mean. But in recent time, when I want to know what time is it, I just can call, hi Google, what time is it? And time, I know the time exactly. That is one of the change of the lifestyle that I face today. Or even I want to hear about the joke, I can ask the Google now. Um, Seems like it's kind of the new revolution that we face in this recent time. That is Miss Andita. Sorry, I'm quite long and not quite clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. And I can take a conclusion that robots still need assistance from human because robots cannot understand the meaning of life and cannot understand the moral value of our life. But it still can taking a joke, but sometimes it's like crispy, I think. Okay, we move to Mr. Al.
Okay, thank you for this special case. I don't want to talk about robots and humanity. Yeah, I will change it with the job. Okay, for me, that it's possible for a robot or artificial intelligence to replace humans, especially in jobs. There are several of jobs because of we already know that as Mr. Berlin said before, I totally agree. I mean. That can I conclude from that the potential or the benefit from the artificial intelligence or the robot are huge. So are the dangers. So from that, because we already know that a robot can give us many things and can help us in several jobs, perhaps because they can't get exhausted after working for some time, different from human. Moreover, robots lack creativity, empathy, and communication skills. So the jobs such as like psychologists, therapists, judges, and lawyers, uh, for me, I totally believe that robots can do that. Can't do that. I mean, so to conclude it, maintaining a fine balance between humans and robots in the work field will help the world live in social harmony. So we have to maintain it to find a balance between human and robotic. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you that robots will replace many jobs that currently require a lot of manpower. So robots will force humans to be more creative and switch to other jobs that I think it leads to a better, but in some condition because sometimes human is lazy to think about any jobs or lazy to do jobs. There is That is the reason why in Indonesia is so many jobless. Okay, we can move to the next slide, Mister. Okay, so robot is autonomous machine that capable of sensing in its environment, but it cannot sense our sensing that not sensible, just in sensing in context mengerti mengerti keadaan, the condition of the environment, and carrying out computation to make decision and performing action in the real world. The existence of robot brings a lot of progress and advantages in various fields. However, robots also have limitation because they only imitate human, not become human. Okay, the next slides. Then, what should we do to face digital transformation for Society 5.0? Maybe any. Oh, Mr. Al.
Okay, I haven't lower my hand first. I'm sorry, I haven't read it. I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, anyone want to tell your opinion about this question? Okay, I will talk. I will. Okay, Mr. Al.
Okay, because it's my fault because I forget to lower my hand, so I have to take a responsibility for that. So about this one, what should we do to face digital transformation for society? Perhaps I already said it in the previous statement that we have to make it balance. We have to filter it, which one is better for us and which one is not good for us. So it's depend on the human itself. How can we filter it and how can we maintain it? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So we move to Miss Lily.
Okay. My opinion for past digital transformation for Society 5.0 is we should be wise when we use the robot or sophisticated technology like internet or the other thing. We should smart people, not robot can control us, but we are control the robots. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, we move to Mr. Yanuar.
Okay, thank you for your chance giving to me. I would say that what should we do that to face digital transformation in for 5.0 society? I think I followed that people have just spoken before. I think we just be adaptive up to the global transformation, just like this about the use of robot or AI technology. I just say that I just take a quote from a wise man that we just flow to the what is development, but we do not drown into it. Thank you.
Thank you for the great opinion. Okay, the next one is Miss Ain.
Okay, thank you for the chance again. I think we have to prepare in digital literacy that as we know that everything we can do in digital right now. So, but maybe some people doesn't have any good in digital literacy like digital skills, also digital skills. So in Indonesia, we need to share and we need to learn and share to people that maybe haven't known about digital literacy. So I think it's the basic how to face digital transformation for society 5.0. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we move to Mr. Christophorus.
Okay, so for me, we have to impose ourselves so that we didn't trampled by digital transformation. Like we must open our eyes and learn about transformation around us. I think that for me.
Thank you. We move to Mr. Tommy.
Okay, I think they have 4 points to facing to prepare our nation to facing digital transformation. First one is the Indonesia must be prepare their people paradigm and maturity for their people because digital transformation always have a negative impact. So we must prepare ourselves to facing them. And then the second one is the policy from our government to support and to release their budget, yeah, to prepare everything about the this digital transformation. And the third one is related with the policy. I think government must be prepare the massive infrastructure, yeah, to face digital transformation. As we know, digital transformation have the IoT, yeah, as Miss Andita said before. IoT needs to massive infrastructure to embed it, the sensors in there to read all phenomena has occurs. Then the last one is the robust collaboration. I said the robust collaboration because I believe it not just government responsibility, but that's our responsibility to facing digital transformation. Industry, government, and Indonesian people, I think, all must be working together to face it, this era. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And last, we move to Mr. Berlin. And maybe
Yes.
Mr. Ku can give your opinion before I.
Well, okay. Thank you so much for this precious opportunity. Well, we, whom we, uh, as a common people, yeah, as a common people, we can do nothing, because yeah, we can do nothing. Seems like we don't need to paranoia about what is the digital transformation of 5.0. Wow, that's gonna be make me stressful and make me frustrated. Oh my god, my job will be replaced by the robots. Well, we can do nothing about them because we will be the end user in the end. So that is something that may be suggestible to be suggestible for us for do something in facing it. But if we, as the triple helix actors, maybe seems like government, or maybe as like the company, what how to say, the traders, not traders, what I the director of a company, the CEO, maybe, yeah, seems like them, or maybe about if we are the researchers who have the huge what influence towards the policy making in a nation or maybe in the world. They can do something, seems like the development of it. So when we are the researchers, we can create it. When we are the company holder, we can give the foundation, or maybe we can market, make the market about them, and we can share it to the people, and we can use them more efficient. But when we are as the policymaker, seems like the government, when we are the president, or no, president must be one. When we are the one of the parliament, not one, when we are the parliament, maybe we can create the policy, maybe seems like the constitution, to make the robot existency more ruleable because we don't I never see about the constitution that rule about what is robot. Maybe in the future we need it. So those all are the preparation to face it. So firstly, do nothing because we will face it by naturally. Secondly, when we are the creators, we can make them more efficient. And then when we are the marketer, we can use them as one of the object to make us more what rich. And when we are the policymaker, we can make the constitution about them. So those all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. And maybe Mr. Ku want to share your opinion before I close it.
Try to give another speaker who hasn't spoken up, and later I will give opinion. Do you want to appoint one of them to give opinion from participants?
Okay. Maybe there is Miss or Mr. Naudir. Maybe you want to tell your opinion. Anyone there? Or maybe Mr. Andri Almunas. Okay, I think nothing there. So maybe
Okay, yeah, I would like to give my perspective about this topic. Then what should we do to face digital transformation for society 5.0? What Mr. Penny said, we are as human being, we do nothing. But at least when we are optimism to how to say, to not left behind because of to face how to say, to face or to survive longer, it means we have to adapt in every single society. When we are when we don't update, we will be up to date. When we don't prepare it, we will forget it maybe. But we live in the fast era, such as we we control or we operate smartphone that is the fast. We are easy to get. We easily to get. We easily get fast access, fast food, fast everything. At least we have to fast forward about literacy, about how to say, about skill up our skill, elevate our mindset, educate our mindset, and by giving value, that is the core value, maybe because we will adjust or assimilate with the cyber physical system that we call it robotic. They don't have any sense or feelings, but I have explained before. Furthermore, it depends on the each sectors that we will have to face it, and yeah, that's my statement. I don't have any idea again. Thank you, Miss Andita.
okay. Before I want to tell about, I'm very amazed with Mr. Berlin and Mr. Tommy opinion before, and I will conclude about the what should we do to face digital transformation for Society 5.0? The first, we have to increase awareness about the importance of human role and increase the contribution, communicate our skills like communication skill, our knowledge, critical thinking, and creativity. And the second, we must to increase the infrastructure equity, and the last but not the least, we must to understand that robots have high tech but no high touch, and we must not to be complacent with existing convenience and always be prepared the related policies and and also the budgets to face Society 5.0. Maybe that's all for me. Okay, the next slides I want to tell. Thank you. Thank you. It's a very fascinating discussion that makes me interested more to learn about technology and AI. Thank you for the participate this discussion, and I want to apologize there is if there is a mistakes. Here we are both learning, and thank you for the knowledge.
Okay, thanks ever so much, Mrs. Andika, who has led us to talk or to discuss about the technology and humanity. Okay, while I will give the feedback about our discussion, that I found a grammatical error, such as this. Can you see my screen? Ya, it is some plus noun plural. Ya, jadi kalau some itu harus ketemu dengan noun plural. Some people atau some cats. Nah, tadi ada yang saya lupa kalimatnya gimana. Sama juga tadi ada kata it's come. Come itu adalah verb. Ya, it's come. Come itu adalah verb. Jadi it comes. Comes-nya karena it itu adalah subject singular. Itu secara gramatikal. Kode tadi juga bilang kode. Kita bisa bilang code. Ya nggak apa-apa. Kalau nggak ada masalah katanya nggak ada solusi. Di chat itu ribut karena itu. Oke, capable itu tadi mungkin phrasal verb atau di materi Jaren itu ada capable of plus verb ing. Kalau ketemu verb berarti plus verb ing. Capable of speaking, capable of handling. Contohnya seperti itu. Nah, tadi juga saya menemukan we was. We itu adalah plural, jadi harus ketemu we were atau we are. Nah, itu harus hati-hati. Will be get. Ini mungkin kalimat pasif ya. Kalau ketemu kalimat aktif berarti will be getting. Kalau jadi kalimat pasif berarti harus ketemu verb 3 atau past participle. We will be got or we will be gotten. Akan didapatkan. Kalau akan mendapatkan, mungkin will get atau will be getting. Nah, ini seperti itu. Secara grammar. Tadi juga ketemu it is really happened. Happen itu adalah verb, jadi it really happens. Atau kalau jadi verb to atau how to say? Ya, verb to, verb. It really happens. It really happened. Nah, pakai ed ya karena regular verb. And also it make. It itu juga subject singular. Kita bisa menggunakan it makes atau it made sebagai verb 2. Nah, nanti ada juga ketinggalan, tertinggal, left behind. Nah, agar speaking kita agar kelihatan keren gitu. Bisa menggunakan jangan cuma I think. Nah, kita bisa pakai supposed, assume, in my opinion, consider, as well as I'm concerned, in my point of view. Nah, seperti itu. Nah, ini juga sering ketika kita ketemu must to. Must itu adalah modal auxiliary. Harus ketemu verb 1 ya. Must adapt, must understand, must figure out, must how to say, must ya intinya setelah must itu adalah modal auxiliary kita harus ketemu verb 1 ya, jangan must to. Itu kalau must masih nggak apa-apa. Kalau can itu nanti jadi a word artinya. Nah, nanti ada ngelinting. Ini benar salah roll up ngelinting. Mr. Sahusis nih ngelinting roll up. Dan juga Indonesia has, not Indonesia have. Indonesia has, and also we can use important by using several synonyms here: important, essential, crucial, substantial, significant, and others. Jadi how to speak English well. Even I'm not the expert or master, but we try. If we have understood the grammar or we have been fluent in English, we try to use another way to say. Jadi banyak menggunakan sinonim juga karena ada kelas katanya juga. Mungkin kalau di IELTS atau ya di IELTS itu mungkin ada kelas katanya, ada poin-poinnya. Nah, tadi ada people doing, harusnya people are doing. Kayak I don't need at least we have learned this from the several mistakes. When we don't have problem, we don't get any solution. But at least we don't need to we do not repeat again from this grammatical error. But before that, I would like to invite you to open your camera. At least we how to say, take a picture together. I please you to open your camera, all participants. Oh, Mr. Sahil is listening. Oh, Mr. Al. Oh my God, Lord, how come? I really miss your statement. Oh my God, the Lord has come.
Mr. Sunshine.
I'm
Zoom,
really
Zoom prank. I couldn't join because
Not-
there is a trouble in Telkomsel and I couldn't connect.
yes,
It's unfortunate.
not only the connection is gloomy, but also the hurt is gloomy.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Maybe that's the reason.
yeah.
Another participants, I please you to open your camera or to prepare the beautiful and good looking face. Hello, Miss Ain, Mr. Aki. Oh my God, Mr. Berlin. Thank you. Miss Lily, Miss Puji. Do you wanna join? Miss Aki, AG, Miss Andri, Mr. Andri, Miss Puji. All right, we are waiting for you all. Oh my God, here we only have the beautiful one. The moderator is the beautiful one. Others. Do you wanna join us? Okay, let me count.
Sudah,
Okay,
sir.
all right.
Okay.
Okay, let me count until 100. Just wait and see. 100. Smile. Right, wait. I'm going to save it first. It takes a long time. Here. Oh my God, come on. Okay, wait a second. Once more. Okay, wait. Going to save it first. Okay, once more. Try to use another style. And smile. Don't be sad Sunday. 1, 2, 3. Alright, thank you very much for joining in this, how to say, fascinating discussion. And I hope so much we will meet again on the next discussion while waiting for the tremendous topic. And before we close our discussion today, we have here again, as this is the ritual. When I say otak community, yesterday you say tomorrow. Okay, do you get it?
Got it.
Okay, otak community.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's
Tomorrow.
right. Thank you very much. Yesterday
Yes.
you say tomorrow.
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 Bye.
Tomorrow in discussion. Okay, thank you, Mr. Al and all participants, Miss Andita, Mr.
Thank you,
Clark.
Mr.
Thank
Al.
you.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you all.
Alright, Mr. Laude. Okay, Miss
Thank you,
Uji.
Adita.
Okay.
Thank
We will meet
you.
Thank
again.
you, me.
Thank you, Mr.
Alright,
Ku.
Mr.
I
I
will
can
think
improve my
about it.
listening here.
Yeah, I
Thank
really
you.
love your question. Bye. See you next time.
See you when I see you. Bye bye.